The Lantern in the Storm Motivational Moral Story. In a quiet village by the river, lived a man named Samir. He had no wealth, no fancy house, and lived a simple life. But he had a big heart and a strong will. Samir worked in the fields every day. He woke up early, worked hard, and returned home tired. Life was not easy, but he never complained. One year, heavy rains came. The river began to rise. Many villagers were afraid. Samir looked at the water and said, "We must stay calm and help each other." Samir went door to door, helping people move their belongings to higher ground. He worked without rest while others panicked. A small boat that villagers used to cross the river broke during the storm. Many thought they were trapped. Samir said, "We can fix it. Together, nothing is impossible." He gathered wood, rope, and nails. Villagers joined him, and slowly, they repaired the boat. His calm and courage inspired everyone. The storm became worse at night. The wind howled, and trees fell. But Samir lit a small lantern and went outside to guide people. Samir found a little girl crying. She was lost in the rain. He picked her up and carried her to safety, comforting her all the way. Water entered some houses. Samir did not panic. He told villagers, "Stay strong, help each other. This storm will pass." By midnight, Samir was exhausted. His clothes were wet, and his hands were sore. But he refused to stop helping. Some villagers said, "Why are you risking yourself?" Samir smiled. "If I do nothing, who will help? Courage is doing what is right, even when afraid." An old man said he had no strength to move his cattle. Samir guided him and helped bring the cattle to safety. The small lantern in Samir's hand became a symbol. People followed it. Slowly, fear turned into hope. Villagers worked together, carrying food, moving furniture, and saving animals. Samir reminded them, "Alone we are weak, together we are strong." The river overflowed more. Boats were needed to take people to safe areas. Samir took the lead and made sure no one was left behind. Villagers had no food and were cold. Samir shared his small stock of rice and blankets with everyone. The storm made the village united. People helped each other like never before. Samir's courage became the reason. Finally, the night passed. The storm calmed, and the river water slowly receded. Villagers were tired but safe. People thanked Samir, but he said, "We did it together. I just gave courage, but you all acted." After the storm, houses were damaged, roads were broken. Samir organized groups to rebuild. He worked alongside everyone. He told the villagers, "Storms in life teach us strength. Challenges are tests, not punishment." Villagers gathered in the evening to share their experiences. They laughed, cried, and realized they survived because of unity. Children looked up to Samir. They learned that bravery is not about fighting but helping others in times of need. A visitor from another town heard the story. He said, "Your village is lucky to have someone like you." Samir smiled humbly. Samir often said, "Kindness costs nothing, but it saves lives." People remembered this for years. Weeks later, rain came again. Some villagers panicked, but Samir reminded them of their strength. They worked together, using what they learned from the last storm. Samir's lantern became a symbol in the village. Even when there was no storm, people remembered, light can guide you through darkness. Samir often gave up his comfort. He slept on the floor to make space for others or walked miles to help the elderly. Young men and women started helping without being told. Samir's courage inspired a whole generation. Eventually, the river returned to its normal path. Crops grew again, and life returned to peace. But the lessons remained. The village celebrated together. People sang, danced, and shared stories of bravery and unity. Samir told the villagers, "I am proud, not of myself, but of how we stood together. Each one of you showed courage." Years later, villagers still remembered the storm. They remembered fear, struggle, and the power of unity. Children grew up hearing Samir's story. They learned courage, kindness, and helping others was more important than money or fame. Samir showed that small acts like carrying a child, sharing food, or comforting the scared can make a huge difference. Samir often said, "Storms are not only in weather, they come in life too. Face them with courage and help others." After the storm, the village remained united. They knew they could survive anything if they worked together. Samir never sought recognition. He believed helping quietly was more valuable than praise. Life will have storms. Some are small, some are huge. Bravery, kindness, and unity can help overcome any challenge. Like Samir's lantern, your courage and kindness can guide others in darkness. True heroes are not those who seek glory, but those who lift others in times of need.